evening, guys. So today we're going to talk about price action, and you're going to see the similarities between this and structure. The difference is this is how I taught you structure. Market goes up, comes back down, creates structure, right? So this is going to be like a wall in the future, and then goes up, and this also is structure, so this turns out to be like a wall. So now the market comes up here, and if the market comes here, fails to break, then so on, and maybe bounce here or go up, whatever. But if it goes below, so on, you understand structure by now. Everybody understands structure. That's what you told me. So with price action, there's patterns, but I would like to teach it the way I taught you structure. Now think of yourself as this is you, and then now you throw a tennis ball onto the ground, and then think of the market as this. Yes, this is happening, the bouncing is happening or whatever, but this trend line is invisible, and the game is for you to identify the pattern. You understand? Let's say this happens with price action. If the market goes down, hits the ground, I mean if the tennis ball goes down, hits the ground, goes higher, and then comes back, and then you expect it to go all the way down here, but it doesn't. Now it comes back and goes higher, and then it comes back. Where do you expect it to turn? You can't say here, because now you're starting to see that this is not the same as structure. This is not a level ground. This ground goes like this. You understand? So therefore this goes here, and then it bounces, and then you can see the pattern. This is how you identify. That's why I teach my students to focus on the second response, and it will tell you everything from here and here. You can see how the pattern is gonna go. If it hits this and bounces, then guess what happens? It goes here and here. That's the pattern. You understand? If now you throw this tennis ball, and it goes down, then comes back up, then goes lower, then let me do it from here. Let's say you throw it, and then it goes down, then comes back up, and randomly turns here. Then now it goes down, and then comes. Where do you expect it to turn now? You can draw a trend line and say, okay, it's coming up, I'm expecting it to turn here, and then keep going down. Where do I expect it to turn? You draw a trend line from here, and this is where you expect it to turn, and this is a pattern, just like structure. What would happen in this case if this turns? Now you can draw a trend line, right? And then it comes back up, then hits this, and then goes back down. Then you draw your trend line from here to here and say, okay, it's gonna come here, touch my trend line. What happens if it goes above the trend line? Same thing as structure. It turns around, bounces, then carries on in this direction. Understand? So there are different patterns. There are wedges and channels. With a wedge pattern is the same as a channel, but a channel is straight. This is a channel. This is how a channel looks like, where the market is going like this, like this, like this, like this. This is a channel, right? A wedge pattern is when the same thing happens, but the market started here, moved down, and then came back up, and then came back down, and then now turned around. When it turns around, and you can see that this is not the same, it's not a channel. A wedge squeezes, you understand, it squeezes. So what will happen is the market will go down, go up, go down, break out, retest, and then go higher. You understand? That's a wedge pattern. So that's how you identify the difference. You know, there are falling wedge patterns. This is a falling wedge pattern. It looks like it's falling, but when it explodes, it's gonna go high. It's mostly a continuation pattern. You understand? It comes from this direction, then went up, and then I'm gonna teach you about flags and pennants and everything. But now what I want you to understand is the pattern and how it goes. You know, I'm gonna repeat it one more time. Goes down, goes up. Okay, let's say up, then goes down. And now, if it goes up, then now you know where you might expect it to come to next time. You draw a trend line, and you expect the market to come here, and when it comes here, you buy. You understand? So I'm gonna do another video tomorrow using a real chart, because I want you to try and do it on your own. Send it to me directly, don't send it in the group, so that other people can learn and understand and try to see the patterns in their head and start going through charts. And then yeah, I believe you guys will learn faster that way, and you'll learn to not just take other people's work and say, okay, this is how it's done, and take credit for it. So I want everybody to learn all by themselves, but this is just for theory.